Let's contemplate yes and no. Hey y'all, happy Friday. Welcome back to Fearless Fridays. This is episode 120 of Fearless Fridays. As always, I welcome you to the show, whether it's your first time watching or you're a return watcher. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Go ahead and do me a favor before we start. Go ahead and click like and click subscribe if you are watching this on YouTube. If you're not watching this on YouTube and you're watching it on Instagram or Facebook, you can also click like on Instagram or Facebook, and you can hop on over to YouTube and subscribe. That helps me out tremendously, and I would really appreciate it. So let's dive in. Let's talk about yes and no. And the question that I want to ask is this: is your yes to someone else a no to yourself? Is your yes to someone else a no to yourself? Ah, this is such a big thing and such an important thing, especially for anyone out there who might be a people pleaser. If you know you're a people pleaser or you're a recovering people pleaser, and you have found yourself at any point in your life getting caught up in, I have to say yes, I have to say yes, I have to say yes. They're expecting me to say yes. If I say no, they're going to be mad at me. They're going to be upset with me. They're going to be disappointed with me. If I say no, they're going to walk out of my life. If I say no, all these horrible things are going to happen. So I have to say yes. And your yes to other people becomes a no to yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in selflessness. I believe in giving to others. I believe in helping others. I believe that sometimes you do say no to yourself so that you can say yes to someone else. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being selfless and wanting to give and help other people and show other people that you love them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it does become a problem when you are constantly doing for other people, saying yes to other people, fulfilling other people's requests, adding value to other people. And at some point, that constant yes to other people causes you to forget what you need, neglect what you need, forego what you need in order to help or please or support or add value to other people. Your yes to other people becomes a no to yourself when you start neglecting yourself consistently so that you can show up for someone else, or so that you can prove to other people that you're a great person, that you're a good person, that you have a good heart, that you want to help, that you're loving. And so it's so important to be able to find balance in this thing. It's so important to be able to find the balance of asking yourself, what do I need in this moment? Do I really want to do this thing, or am I doing this thing for another motivation? Look at yourself and ask yourself, what is your motivation behind saying yes? Is your motivation behind saying yes because you're trying to prove something to someone else? Because you're trying to show yourself worthy? Because you're trying to remind someone of who you are or how great you are? Because you're trying to remind someone that you exist? Or because you're trying to chase after someone, hoping that they will chase after you in return? This is when it becomes a problem. This is when your yes becomes a problem, because you are neglecting yourself. You're turning yourself into a doormat. You're people pleasing. You're turning yourself into a yes man or a yes woman for the sake of showing or proving something to someone else. And that is such a huge problem. I personally think that the word no, and I mean, we've heard this before, and I believe it. The word no, one, is a fully complete sentence. You can say no, and there is a period at the end, and that is the end of the sentence. But I also believe that oftentimes the word no, telling people no, can be a form of self-care. When you know that you need to think about yourself first, when you need to know you need to care for yourself first, and that saying yes to someone else is going to cause you to neglect yourself, saying no is then a form of self-care. And I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Oh my gosh, that's so selfish. I know selfish is like a bad word. I don't consider selfish a bad word, because sometimes you need to be selfish, which means you need to care for yourself first. Just think about when you're on a plane, and if they tell you at the beginning of the flight, if anything happens and the mask drops down from the ceiling, you got to put your mask on first before you can help anyone else. You have to make sure you're breathing first before you can help anyone else. That is selfish. Putting your mask on first is selfish, but it's the only way you're able to help someone else. So that's what I want to share with y'all today. Is your yes to someone else a no to yourself? And remember that sometimes saying no can be a form of self-care. And is it selfish? Yes, sometimes it is selfish. And is that a horrible thing? Not always. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself first in order to be full and fulfilled, and in order to be full of what you need in order to care for other people. Don't allow your yes to turn you into a doormat. And you can determine this by looking at your motives. What are your motives behind your yes? If you're trying to prove, if you're trying to convince, if you're chasing, if you are people pleasing, if you are, I just want to keep them happy, if that energy is behind your yes, you might want to look at it. You might want to look at it and ask yourself, is the yes to someone else, is this yes that I'm giving to this other person a no for me? And is that no for me a form of me neglecting myself, or not caring for myself, or not doing what I need to do for myself? Ask yourself that question. Is your yes to someone else a no to yourself? That's all I got for y'all this week. Thank you so much for joining as always. Remember, the euphoria of fearlessness trumps the comfort of staying safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment and do all of those things, because all of those things help me. So help me, help you, help you, help me. Let's help each other. Have a happy Friday. Make sure that your yes to someone else is not always equaling a no to yourself. I will talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.